Hey guys, Assalamualaikum, it's Jenna G. Welcome back to my channel, welcome back to my kitchen. Today we are going to be doing a cooking video for you guys. If you have not checked out my last video, we actually did a grocery haul. We're in a sort of crisis mode these past couple of days, upcoming weeks as well, and we decided to go make some groceries just to kind of stock up on some items. And I would have mentioned to you guys that I will be following through with the budget meals that I started doing some time back, especially during this time, to show you guys, ways to stretch your dollar when it comes to making food in the kitchen and putting together meals for your family. But I'm going to go a little extra mile this time. The next couple of days, next couple of weeks, we're probably all going to be at home, and I thought, why not pick up the camera and do some daily videos for you guys to show you all some simple, easy but delicious meals you can put together for your families while you all are at home. So some of these simple meals, they're really literally going to be simple, right? And I know that some people might already be familiar with it. I'm going to be trying to throw in some Trini style meals, some non-traditional Trini style meals. It's just to show you all, give you all some options. So some of you guys may be familiar with it, but the point behind the videos, at least on my end, would be to show you all how to stretch out some of the items that you probably would have purchased, or just stretch out the items that you already have at home or had to stock up on. The reason being, some people would be a little tight on their budget, seeing that they might have had to put out a little extra to do some stocking up, and some people actually did not get a chance yet to even stock up. So the point is just to keep the meals simple, just to make sure that you and your families are properly fed, and just to show you all that we really don't need to even go extravagant sometimes with our meals, and to make them delicious. So from the title of the video today, I am going to be doing Trinidad stew chicken with some red beans in it. Real simple, y'all, with some rice. But I don't have a video up on this already, and this is a real simple dish to put together. So I would have purchased a canned red beans, and I have some chicken cut up. I'm just going to show you all how super easy, super fast, and yummy that could be. But before we jump any further into the video, guys, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification button. The bell notification button, that's just so that you don't miss out on any of my videos. So each time I post it, you get a notification, so you can go ahead, check it out, share with all your friends and your family. So the first thing I'm going to be starting off with, guys, is the rice. I'm going to be putting that up to boil. It's just plain parboiled rice I'm going to be using. I'm going to add a little salt to it, and that's just about it. The rice, usually, in terms of averaging, just in case you want to get an idea, 1 cup of rice usually goes to like 3 people on average, depending on how much rice you like to eat. But generally, I would think it's safe to say like 3 persons per cup of rice. So remember though, that will just be for like plain rice. So as we're making it plain, that will just be for the plain rice. So if, let's say for your example, you're going to use or make fried rice or vegetable rice or something that you're going to be adding more stuff to, 1 cup of rice will feed more than 3 persons, of course. Just in case I feel like getting a little extra though, guys, like I said, I'm just going to leave it as plain rice. You can add a little bit of the saffron powder if you do have one, just to give it a yellow color, and you just add your salted as usual. That's just if you want to give your eyes a little extra taste as well too when you're looking at your meal. But I'm just going straight up, no coloring, no saffron powder in it, just straight up the parboiled rice I'm going to be using, and we're going to be making the beans and chicken, cut some cucumbers, and that'll be our meal for today. So we've got our rice up, guys, and now we're just going to be seeing about the other ingredients. We're going to be working on the chicken. I've got my cut up chicken here already, my red beans, some all-purpose seasoning, some paprika, brown sugar for the stewing. I'm going to be using some ketchup as well, tomato, onion, carrot, garlic, shadow benny, and sweet pepper, all are going into this dish as well. So I'm going to start off by preparing the seasoning for the chicken. So I've got my shadow benny. Now if you have mini chopper, of course you can go right ahead and use it. My garlic and my pimento. So I'm just going to be chopping up all of these. A lot of seasoning, guys, just the way I like it. And remember, we have these red beans going in there as well, so you want to make sure we season up everything nicely. So in goes the seasoning. To this I am adding some of the paprika some all-purpose seasoning. Just mixing it all up. I'm going to set it aside while I prepare the other ingredients for the pot. It's looking good, eh? So next up, I'm going to be chopping up my tomato, my onion as well. I'm adding some sweet pepper. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. You don't need to add it. Just, you know, to throw in some veggies in the mix. And I'm throwing in some carrots as well. Usually if I'm making red beans alone, I'll post the link down below. I have a video up 3 different ways to make red beans. I'll usually add in some carrots to the mix, so throwing that in as well. Good, so we got our stuff all prepped. Now let's just cook everything. So I've got my oil in my pot. I am going to be adding in my sugar. So this, you're going to leave this, according to my grandmother, I did a recent video with her. I'll post the link down for that down below as well. You're going to wait until you see it form a nice cake-like batter mixture. Looking like a cake, and then that's when you know you're good to go. So I'm just going to keep stirring. See like how it's forming up there, just like my grandmother would say, cake-like batter looking. And then to it, you add in your ketchup. So I'm covering this down just for a few minutes, and then we're going to be adding our beans to it and all the other ingredients, as well as some water. Okay, so I left it a couple of minutes. Most of the water is gone there. So now what I'm going to be doing is adding some water to the pot. In goes my beans, and I'm adding the other ingredients as well. So I'm just going to cover this and let it for about 20 minutes. You're going to keep checking it in between. You're going to add water if necessary, and of course taste it for salt. Alright guys, so I'm just checking on it. Lovely color. So it looks pretty good so far. I'm just going to let it continue cooking until most of that water is gone, or you can leave some sauce on it if you want. All up to you. But generally like 20-25 minutes, depending on the size of your chicken pieces, and it should be fine. So I'm checking on it again. Gosh, just looking and smelling so good. So at this point, I'm just going to remove the cover, and I'm just going to let it continue cooking. Let some of that water reduce, and we should be good to go there. Alright guys, so this is fine enough for me. There's enough sauce in it, and when it cools down, it will thicken up as well. So if you want it to cook down a little more, you don't want too much sauce in it, you just let it continue cooking until there's just enough sauce to your liking. But this is absolutely fine for me, and like I said, it will thicken up once it cools. So you can see the red beans in there, and the stewchicken looks delicious, and it's smelling so good right about now. So now that the chicken is done, I'm just gonna, just for the rice to finish up, but I'm going to let the rice continue cooking. I love soft rice. Now I don't know about you all. I mean, some people are like, no soft rice, they like the grainy rice, but I usually like soft rice, so it usually has to boil for quite some time, and you know, that'll be perfect to my liking. So all the rice is done as you wish. Usually take about 20-25 minutes for rice to cook through. Chicken is all done, simple meal put together for you guys. The chicken now, we could talk about the chicken a little bit while we're waiting for the rice to finish up. So I use leg and thigh, I chop it up. Usually you can get about 4 or 5 pieces depending on the size of the piece of the leg and thigh, of course. So you can use that for an average as well, just in case you do not have chicken cut up at home and you need to do it yourself. Get the husband involved, let him chop it up for you, generally 4 to 5 pieces depending on the actual size of the entire leg and thigh. Ooh, this is very nice.
Make the deal.
Ouch.
Why I see that can there? There's no way.
And what?
There's no emergency. Yeah,
I'm trying to show them simple meals. It's so simple.
Why that chicken look like my one too?
I learned from her. Oh.
Can I have it, boy?
Alright guys, so our stew chicken with red beans in one and our rice finished. Our lunch is basically done. Just going to cut up some cucumbers as I mentioned, and we've got ourselves a simple, easy but delicious meal. So sometimes, so just a note, right, like say you have like some extra stew chicken in your fridge and you have to heat it up the next day to eat it, you could actually just throw in the can of red beans. I know that's what the majority of people would usually do, just to make it a little different. Instead of eating the stew chicken again just like that, just empty the can of red beans in it, because remember it's already cooked. Now if you're not using the tin red beans now, you're going to have to boil it up, soak it, and then you're going to have to boil it for a little while or pressure cook it to get it a little soft, because you can't really use it straight out of the packs. So you're going to have to soak it, and then you're going to have to boil it or pressure cook it before adding it to your chicken. Just remember also, you can use pigeon peas or any other black eye, anything you want to add instead of the red beans. You can feel free to go right ahead. Now this is one of the steps actually to making a chicken pilau. Now all you would have had to do to continue making a chicken pilau is just add your uncooked rice to the pot and some coconut milk, some pumpkin, and your golden butter, and you're good to go. But we like to be a little different, you know, so red beans and chicken in one without plain rice. Delicious stuff. Ain't nothing like some soft rice, guys. The best ever. And this is how delicious this dish is looking right about now. So you've got a nicely sized cucumber, rice or red beans with our chicken. Looks so good. Easy like that, guys. Simple meal. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you appreciate the simplicity of it. It's so easy, like I would have mentioned, and the purpose of these videos in the next couple of days, just to give you guys some simple meal ideas, some simple food inspiration. Remember, during this time we're trying to not utilize too much of the stuff that we would have stocked up on or that we would have on our hands right now. So you want to try to ration with it a little bit and just, you know, keep things as simple until we really know what is going on in our country, and you know what's the situation to come in, you know, the next couple of weeks, couple of months. So try to keep it simple. I shall inshallah be posting more videos, try to keep them daily for you all, just to give you all some ideas. So of course I'm sure most of us Trinidadians will probably try this already, right? But for those of you guys who have not cooked it before, not tried it before, probably never even thought about it, hope you guys give it a try out. Stock up on this canned stuff, comes in very handy like this particular meal. Of course, comment down below, let me know, share your thoughts with me. So thanks so much for watching. As always, guys, always very much appreciated. Stay safe, wash your hands, keep indoors as much as possible, and I shall see you in my next video.